Hey everybody, this is Cobradvs, and welcome to the first part of my 13 Days of Halloween special. This is going to be a review of John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982. Before I get to the review, just one thing I want to make clear to everybody. I do not have any awesome editing software. I have a very difficult time capturing footage, but I'm going to do the best I can with what I have, meaning I'll do what I can, but there's not going to be any, live footage or anything like that. So it's going to be fairly basic, and it's going to be me talking about the movie and what I think, and I'll try and keep them rather short and to the point. So let's go ahead and get started. 1982, John Carpenter's The Thing. The first thing I want to say about this movie is that it's not a remake of the 1951 movie called The Thing from Another World. It's not a remake of that. That movie is based off the short story called Who Goes There, and I just caught an interview with John Carpenter himself, and he said instead of trying to remake that movie, A Thing from Another World, he wanted to do his own retelling sort of with of the short story, maybe with some aspects of The Thing from Another World in there, but it's mainly a retelling of the short story Who Goes There. So that's the deal with that, and so let's get started. The movie centers around, it opens up with two men in a helicopter shooting at a dog. We don't know why, we don't know what the thing is, we don't know what the problem is, but they're shooting at a dog, and they land in the American Antarctic camp. They're Norwegians, and they land in this camp and start trying to kill this dog, accidentally shooting one of the Americans. So he is gunned down, both of them, and the one is accidentally blown up by a grenade. So they're both dead, and they don't know what happened. They don't know why these are here. They don't know why they're trying to kill a dog. So they go to the Norwegian camp, and they find a dead, alien carcass, pretty much. So they take it back to their camp and find out that it's an alien, and that dog that was being chased by the Norwegians is actually an alien in disguise. So they find out that the alien can take the body of its host and live in it and change into this huge, monstrous alien whenever it wants. And the whole story centers around, they're in this base in Antarctica, so they're isolated completely. And it's a lot of a psychological thriller, to be honest with you, because it's a lot of who can you trust. It's kind of like a murder movie, and it's like, who's the murderer trapped in the castle. It's kind of like that old premise, and it works incredible here. It really works phenomenal because nobody trusts anybody. Everybody thinks that that their best friend could be an alien, and it really gives the movie an extra added tension. Some of the notable scenes are, the beginning's great. The blood test scene, which is basically infamous now, where they heat up a hot needle and or a hot copper wire and put it in blood samples, and if they get a reaction, they know it's the alien. That's an incredible scene, and it just personifies this entire movie. We got Kurt Russell in the lead role as McCready, and he does a great job. The movie is 80s. It came out in 82, of course, but you can tell it was made in the 80s. But here's something else I want to mention. The visual effects in this movie are absolutely incredible. It's 2011, and I'm talking about incredible visual effects for a movie that came out in 1982. That's something. They are all real. There's not CGI in this movie, nor should there be. I'm not sure if they could even use CGI in 1982. But it is awesome. The creature effects are all really happening. It looks incredible, gory, scary. It's got faces mixed in with the alien. And one thing I wanted to mention about the alien, it's not a defined creature like the Alien movies or Predator or anything like that. It's not a defined creature. It's different every time you see it as it comes out of a different host. The one that was in the dog has dog heads. The one that was a human, has that human's face in there somewhere, different traits of that human. It is an incredible display, and it's fun to see what it's going to look like each time. So there's a lot of gore in there, not too much. It's not going to make you cringe, I don't believe, but it's a great movie. You got your added tension, the gore, the incredible story, the acting. It's good. It's believable. So it's definitely a must see. It's a classic, and if you haven't seen this, I'm actually going to be sort of surprised. It's definitely one of my favorite movies, and I'm going to recommend you go see it. Two things I want to note before I go. In the movie, is a character named Mac. It's McCready, which is Kurt Russell's character, but they usually call him Mac the entire time. And there's another character called Windows. So there's Mac and Windows in this movie, and maybe it's a coincidence, but I don't know. And then there's also I was watching the scene, and I noticed in the background on top of one of the TVs was sitting an Atari 2600. I actually took a picture of it, and you can see it here. But that was just something cool that I noticed, and yeah, I thought I should mention it because it's got those little tweaks in there. It's from 1982, so definitely relevant to the time. So again, The Thing is a great film. You must see it. It's an instant classic. Great visual effects, decent acting, good enough for what it needs to be, and it's definitely worth your time. So this is it for Cobra DVS and my review of The Thing. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next next segment in the Cobra DVS 13 Days of Halloween. Take care.